Hi, welcome to Pharmatipszone. Today, I would like to explain about RS chromatogram and how to process the RS chromatogram in sample preparation. Okay, so here in sample preparation, I would like to explain formulation, taking example as formulation process procedure for RS HPLC chromatogram. Okay, so in order to know to how to process an RS chromatogram, so first we need to know what kind of peaks will obtain, what kind of peaks will obtain in a sample chromatogram. So here this would be the typical RS chromatogram sample chromatogram here. So by taking this chromatogram as an example, I would like to explain you. So as we know that this would be the baseline of the chromatogram, and the sample has runtime of 30 minutes. So in this possibility, so we got 1 2 3 and 4 kinds of peaks we got. So by taking this an example, the chromatogram can will generate 1 2 3 4 5 kind of peaks will be there. So that would be blank peak, placebo peak, sorry, placebo peak here, and this one will be API or main peak. This would be known impurity peak and unknown impurity peak. So totally 5 kinds of peaks we will get in an RS chromatogram. Okay. So here now we got 5 peaks, 5 kinds of peaks will generate in RS chromatogram. So now we'll know how the peaks will generate, why the peaks will generate. This blank peak is mainly due to diluent. Sorry. The blank peaks will be generated because of diluent or mobile phase. So in some cases the mobile phase will be the diluent. So in these cases the blank peak will be generated because of this one. So this placebo peaks will from placebo solution, and the rest of this API known and this unknown, these 3 kinds of peaks is from the sample. Okay, so in order to process our integrated RS chromatogram, we need to know what peaks are what, how that plasma peaks are, how this could be the plasma peak and how this would be the blank peak, and how these are sample and known and unknown impurities. So to know that, we need to we need to overlay or compare the sample chromatogram with blank placebo chromatograms. Okay, so when you compare this blank peaks sample chromatogram with blank and placebo chromatograms, then will be known that what is the position, what is the RT of this blank peaks and the placebo peaks. By comparing that, we will eliminate or we will inhibit these peaks from that calculation. Okay, and the rest of the peaks will be the main peak and the known and unknown impurities. So in this case, so to identify retention time of main peak and known and unknown impurities, or main peak and known impurities, we will inject system suitability solution, or what we call as SST solution, we generally used to call that. Okay, so in this system suitability solution, we can identify RTs of API and impurities or known impurities. API and known impurities. Okay, or else we will have RRTs of known impurities. So by knowing this RRT of known impurities, we can name whether it is a known impurity or unknown impurity. For example, that main peak has got here, what we got here. So we got about 6.5, around 6.5, and here we got a peak around 12.5. Okay, so by applying the formula, as we know that impurity RT or unknown peak RT 12.5 by 6.5 gives you that RRT of that known peak. So for example, if we compare the known, I would like to explain with an calculation. So here we got 12.5 for unknown impurity here. So 12.5 unknown impurity RT, and main peak RT we got 6.5. Think as an example. So 12.5 by 6.5 gives you 1.9. So 1.9 will, so we got 1.9 as relative retention time, RRT of some peak when you comparing with main peak. Comparing with this main peak, we got how much? 1.9. So if this 1.9, the value of 1.9, if we match this 1.9 value with the given specification, or given known RRT table, then this will be the known impurity. So or else here, if the known or given RRTs will not match to the peaks that are eluted in the chromatogram other than API, plasma and blank, that can be named as unknown impurities. Okay, so here by comparing main peak or the sample chromatogram with blank chromatogram and plasma chromatogram, we can distinguish that blank and plasma peaks, and we can inhibit or we can name it as blank and plasma peaks, and these blank and plasma peaks will not that will not be considered in calculation part. Blank and that can be identified and can marked, but blank and plasma peaks, blank and plasma peaks, blank and plasma peaks will not consider for calculation. Okay, so this can be identified. You can name it as blank 1 or blank 2, and you can name it as plasma 1 and plasma 2, and but this blank and plasma peaks which you have integrated and you have named will not be considered for that calculation of. Okay, and by knowing that RRTs of by knowing the RRTs, we can identify whether it is a known peak or unknown peak. So by this we can process a simple RS chromatogram for a formulation then. Okay, thank you.